Good day, everyone, and welcome to Obidient Family TV. The program is Hope Alive. Yes, there is hope, and a new Nigeria is certainly possible. Now, good morning, afternoon, and evening, depending your time zone. Today, a lot of discussions, as there is different people who are having discussion on mainstream media, on social media, and X. Everything is just going agog about the recent meeting between Peter Obi and the national chairman of the Labour Party, Barrister Julius Abure, at the LP headquarters in Abuja, which was supposed to be a stopover, but has generated significant reactions from internet users. And this information was shared by Dr. Moses Paul on his official X, which is Twitter handle. According to Dr. Moses Paul's post, His Excellency Peter Obi was en route to the 7 Little Heart program at the Cardio Care Multi-Specialist Hospital in Abuja when he decided to make a stopover at the LP's headquarters in Abuja. During this impromptu visit, His Excellency Peter Obi met with Abure and several other members of the party. Now, Dr. Moses wrote, in quote, "I had the privilege of accompanying Mr. Peter Obi to the Labour Party headquarters in Abuja. The visit was a stopover on his way to the 7 Little Heart program by Hospitals for Humanity at the Cardio Care Multi-Specialist Hospital in Abuja," end of quote. This very particular news of the stopover has elicited a range of responses from social media users, with many expressing their opinions and all whatnot and the matter. So some commenters has praised Obi, His Excellency Peter Obi, for his commitment to engaging with party members and discussing important issues, and even during a brief stopover. Others have speculated about the potential political implication of the meeting and what it might mean for the future of the Labour Party and the Obidient movement. And with me to have these discussions, I have many Obidient family members, both in Diaspora and at home here, both the Obidient Family Cooperative Society presidents joining me on Zoom. And of course, at the studio, I have Peace, who is here to have the discussion with me.
Good afternoon, Obidient Worldwide. I welcome you again for today's show. Now, welcome. Make us sit down and watch us do our thing again. All right, we have lost a whole lot of time. Let's start with this in earnest. The question is there something wrong with His Excellency Peter Obi visiting his own party, his own political party, and having a discussion with the chairman, which is Barrister Julius Abure? Does this have anything to do with his not being part of the convention that took place? Is this also has anything to do with his disposition about the controversy on the financial auditing of the LP's account? These are issues that needs answering. And let me start with the people in Diaspora, especially one of our own elders, Elder Obade. Let's get your opinion on this before we get to others quickly.
Yeah, I think Mr. Obode is not available right now. He was logged out.
Okay, if Mr. Obode is not around, then let's have that very take from you, since you've just taken the mantle to let me know of that. And that should be Lord K. Please do indulge us on your thoughts very quickly. We have so many people.
Good afternoon, and thank you very much for inviting us here to this meeting. Personally, I don't see any need for any controversy why he should be under any investigation or under any questioning for visiting his own party's headquarters. I don't see any reason why anybody should question that capacity, because that's his own area of deliberation. He's our representative as the president of that party, the Labour Party. So he has the right to go there anytime he wants to deliberate with anybody. He wants to talk with anybody. That's his own jurisdiction. So if you are now thinking, or anybody is now trying to question or have anything to say about it, I believe there should be more reasoning about it, and let everybody be very cautious, regardless of your political stand, regardless of whatever you believe on. Every individual has their own human rights. They have the right for movement, right for freedom of speech, and nobody should try to, for political reasons, want to be politically correct or want to be politically intimidating to do anything. We have all seen how His Excellency Peter Obi has conducted himself all through this period, all through this electionary campaign, and all the problems that wanted to emanate through it. But he has composed himself, and people are trying one way or the other to drag him out of anything and everything he does. Anything and everything he does, people want to actually drag him out. Please, let's be very cautious. I'm not saying this to, just the Obidient alone. This to every Nigerian, everybody that believes in what is happening in Nigeria. We should all be cautious and know the truth. Know the truth about every case we actually deliberate on. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Loke. Let's get your very short insight on this. Let's start with the next guest we have, which has to do with Mazi Kali. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
thank
please,
you very much. And
give us your
I want
reaction
to welcome everybody, and I really appreciate giving me the time. I'll be very brief. Anything that we say now is purely premature and highly speculative. Whatever the outcome of the meeting is at this time, until we hear from the principal himself as to the nature of what they had, everything else will be purely speculation, and everybody is entitled to their own opinion. So we'll just hold until such a time that he discloses the whole content and breadth of the meeting he had with the young men. That's it for me.
Thank you.
All right. I think we are still having some lags in communication, but let's come back to the home point. So we have some people also on Zoom. I think Kini Willie from Cross River State is here with us. Can you please share your own reaction before we get to the cooperatives that are?
Thank you so much, Mr. Kanu. I'm just going to align myself with the two previous speakers. The name Peter Obi has become an enigma. So it's a man that has what it takes. So anywhere he goes, it becomes a news to both all the people who want to sell their newspaper, their headlines. So I don't see anything wrong. And besides, his visit to the Labour Party headquarters, being a member, is entitled to visit the headquarters. And people are just blowing it out of proportion. And I don't see any reason why that should happen. But at this point in time, I just want to advise all the Obidient and globally to tread with caution, to be careful so that this does not divide the already united house. Because the proponent of this conspiracy theory, they are trying to use that to divide our ranks and make sure that Obidient are not united. So we should be careful and guard against that, so that it doesn't tear us apart and deplete our ranks. That would be my advice and my take in this. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Let's. There's another thing, Kini, before you leave. I understand that the Obidient Family Cooperative Society in Cross River State has about 13 local governments already registered with the state government, which of course I believe most of their executives are here in this meeting. But you being a very prominent member of the steering committee at the state level, can you tell us what is really going on with the Obidient Family Cooperatives and the registrations going on in the state? I understand also that there are some of these like 5 local governments are not ready to register.
Okay, thank you so much once again, Mr. Kanu, and all the listeners. Like you said rightly, we have 18 local government in Cross River State, and as at this moment, 12 is fully registered and have all their structures in place. And those 12 at the moment, they are currently on the verge of opening their various banks accounts for the cooperative. They are also working on their various business plans as regarding what area of business they want to undertake. That is for the 12. Then for the other 6 that are remaining, 4 of them have their structure already intact. They are only expected to raise money to be able to register with the state government and have their certificate of registration. While the other 2, I will specifically mention is Biase and Boki. Their structure are almost ready for Biase. Then Boki is partially constituted. They have not been able to attend the minimum 10 members as required by the law. But we are hoping that as we get into, before the week runs out, we should be able to get some positive response from those 2 local governments. That's where we are at the moment in Cross River State.
Very quickly, Kini, now that you are, as a member of this state steering committee on Cross River for the Obidient Family Cooperatives, can you tell us more about what it portends for the cooperatives being fully registered with the state government, having the capacity to interact and engage each other as business for mutual benefits? Can you say that? And I want to know if we also have some of these executives of this local government you've mentioned in this our discussion for today, so that we can take them one after the other to tell us how they are doing at the level of their local governments.
Thank you. Very quickly, let me start with the last question. Yes, I can see a couple of the LG executives. Yeah, I can see Yala is on this meeting. The president of Yala is here. I can see the other person, the Wisdom Okun and Janet. I think they are all here. Then that's the much I can see for now from this standpoint.
Okay, let's quickly jump to them. So please.
Yeah, as for the opportunities that are available, we have agreed that agriculture is the mainstay of our main focus, and thankfully the state government is fully involved in the how that area of the economy can be activated and energized by supporting those people who are willing to go into agri businesses. So we will as well see how we can leverage on that and try to get involved with the state government's policy. That's what I can say for now.
Okay, thank you very much, Kenny Willie. That's a member of the Obidient Family Steering Committee in Cross River State. Now, let's, Kenny did mention that the president of the Yala local government Obidient Cooperative Society is here with us. And can you please, that should be Mrs. Mary Okon, can you please tell us how these cooperatives are faring, especially at your local government, and how you are connecting with the Obedience at your local government to engaging each Obedient in your local government in doing business for mutual benefit? Madam Okon, please, you have the mic.
All right. Good afternoon, house. Good evening, good morning.
Okon, please, we have very limited time with us. Can you please, tell us what you are doing with the Obidient Family Cooperative Society at Yala local government? What is the extent of your expansion, and what is your the need for the cooperatives moving forward?
Sir, Yala Cooperative, we are doing wonderfully well by the grace of God, and I have the support of majority of the masses. They are all in support of this cooperative. We have gone far by the grace of God. We had our registration membership card already. We have our form already, and some banners for movement and some t-shirt crests. And then we are looking at tomorrow by the grace of God. We are going to start the kickoff. We are done with the registration and the bank opening by His grace. And then tomorrow we are going to start the sanitization client by the grace of God. So we are fully ready for the work, and they are all happy to join the cooperative. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. That is Mary Okon from Obidient Family Cooperative Society in Yala. So I understand tomorrow, as you said, you people are going to, your cooperative is going to have a meeting. What are the businesses that your cooperatives in Yala local government engage in? Like, do you is it tailoring? Is it farming? What kind of productions do your members engage in? And how also do you expect funding for support to come to your cooperatives through the Obidient Family Cooperative Society?
The agricultural people among us, and then the tailors, they are here, market women that want to be empowered. They are all ready, and they are part of us. And then I think the agric, tailoring, and then this thing, the market women, is what we have for now. Any other thing by the grace of God, and youth empowerment. And some of them, we are thinking that those that needs to go and learn some of the skills, they will go. And the people already that are done learning their skills, that need empowerment or capital to start up something, we want to do something so that they will start up something and then be paying gradually, sir.
Okay, I hope you will also have a very solid accounting process in order not to allow what happened in the LP scenario that we are discussing earlier to happen. Because I believe that cooperative societies has to deal with business transactions, and due to the numbers that I envisaged you have at Yala, because we know that Yala is a very large local government. So you put a very sound book for your members so that we'll be having a good report coming out from Yala. So thank you for coming on, and we'll be keeping up with you to know how the cooperatives will be moving forward in terms of galvanizing, sensitization, bringing obedience back to the fold so that they know that there is hope. And that's why we're here. Thank you very much. Let's move quickly to Kenny, who is the president of the Obidient Family Cooperative Society in the Calabar Municipal. And quickly, we also have, because of our time, we have the people from Niger State who wish to join our discussion, the cooperative members from that. I will have the likes of Christian, who is also in the steering committee. So if Mark from the municipal of Cross River State is there, can you please unmute and talk to us about what the cooperative at the municipal of Cross River State, which is the capital, what are they doing and how are they engaging Obedience coming together in Cross River State capital? Is Mark, if he's not there, let's quickly look at the other people here. Whether, do we have the people from Niger State? If we have people from Niger State, let's take people from Niger State because we have a couple of local government that are already set up. Is Christian Ako with us today as a member of the State Steering Committee in Niger State? Can you please talk to us about the cooperatives in local government who are present here? Christian Ako, please.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I'm sorry, I'm in a bit noisy environment. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
All right, the cooperative in Niger State, that's the Obidient Family Multipurpose Cooperative Society, has been set up in 4 local LGAs out of the 25 LGAs. And we've been able to register the 4 LGA with the state government. So we are all hoping to have a meeting this weekend by Saturday so that our members can have physical meeting and get to know ourselves in the cooperative. So our members, basically, they are farmers that have been affected by bandits, terrorism activity in Niger State, as we all know. And majority are farmers, some market women, some are students, and we are trying to see how to incorporate all together and come up with a formidable business plan that will be viable for the cooperative members. So that's the stage that we are now. We are also trying to formalize activity with in terms of registration at the bank, so that we'll have official bank account for the cooperative. Thank you. I have with me here other executives from various LGAs. The Boso LGA, I think is being represented by the secretary in person of Mrs. Janet A. Ephraim. And other LGAs are here, so they will speak for themselves. Thank you.
Okay, let's take some few LGAs from the Niger State. Mrs. Janet, that he just mentions that are here with us. Can you please unmute and then tell us more about the engagement of Obedience at your local government in Niger State quickly, and how the cooperative is faring now that they are registered officially with the state government?
Good afternoon, all.
Good afternoon. Please go ahead.
Mrs. Janet Ephraim from Niger State. I represent as the secretary of the cooperative in Boso local government. Boso LGA is a rural LGA. Just as our coordinator has already spoken, with bandit and challenges that we have there, most of the people, where the area we want to look into is the agriculture, the business, small scale business within the area, the youth, and there's some that have their own a kind of handwork. They have been trained, but nothing to carry out their area of specialization. So we are hoping that when we meet on Saturday, a lot of discussion will take place. We already have been registered, and we are waiting for the opening of account to be done. And with that, since the state, even the governor is out for agriculture, we are hoping that we are going to get something better. We need the people to come together and do the need that we are supposed to do as a cooperative society. So that is
in this your local government, Boso local government, I want to know whether the obedience and well-meaning Nigerians who are in Niger State, who are actually in this your cooperative, whether as they engage in the farming activities, whether they have, I believe, need of seedlings to be able to, plant on their farmland and all of that. Because if they are unable to plant the seeds, I think we are going to have some sort of famine in Nigeria, because PO had always said that Niger State is the food basket of the nation. So I believe that you can be able to engage obedience, to come out from their slumber of the last election, to join you in this quest to have a mutual business benefit. So I hope in the future, as you people put yourself together, you should be able to tell us with your own business plan the kind of seedlings that are required, so that we get some whether grants or loans that might be able to go for the cooperatives to use to make sure that their farmlands are working. As for the one of the bandits attack, I believe that's left for the government to provide security for that. What are your thoughts on this?
Yes, it is okay. We actually do work together. They will be able to actually identify which seedling is good in their area and what quantity they need and who need that seed. It will be okay for us. Yeah, okay.
Okay. All right. So when you enter your meeting on Saturday, as we research, please make sure with more and much more people that are obedience engaged, so that we have a very solid structure at Boso local government. Thank you. Now, moving out, if we have another Niger State local government that executive that wants to tell us what obedience are doing in that local government, Dr. K, of course, you can unmute and let them tell us what is happening at Niger, at one of the local governments there.
Everyone.
Good afternoon. Please go ahead. Which local government, the name?
Yeah, my name is Fidelis Max and Paul. I'm in charge of Pontogora local government.
Max and Paul, you're welcome.
Yes. The progress we had so far, we have already successfully got registered with the state government, and part of the plans we have, because of our members majorly are into two group categories. 90% of them are farmers, and then the remaining percentage are those belong to the group of micro businesses. So some of our plans for the cooperative is to be able to raise some fund or get some funds which will support the farmers, because they are majorly subsistence farm, to like expand in such a way they will be able to farm commercially. So we support them with a kind of and maybe subsidize things like seedling. And also part of the plan is that to train individuals like in agriculture, like advanced farming techniques, crop management. Other category of individuals, which are the micro businesses, we also plan to like train them into financial management, marketing, business, and others. Expand their business as well.
Okay, I think Dr. Paul, that shows that you have a very large followership of obedience in Katongora local government in Niger State. And I hope that we push in, we revive the structures of obedience across your local government, so that we also have inputs from the clusters of their wards, so that you can, bring forth a very formidable proposal to the table of what the communities require over there. And also following up with the federal government and state government intervention that is meant for welfare, for farmers and all likes. So thank you. We'll keep following up on Kontagora and the Niger State in general. But before we leave other states are outside of this discussion because of our time, let's look at Kaduna. We have Amos Sani from, I think, Kaduna South local government as the person who is an executive member. So Amos Sani, can you please unmute and tell us about what's happening in Kaduna State, especially at your local government, as it concerning engaging the obedience in your local government to make sure that you people engage in business of mutual benefit? Amos Sani, are you there? If Amos Sani is not with us, I can see him there. Maybe his mic is having an issue. What about, there's a lady from Chukun local government, also of Kaduna State, before we leave Kaduna State. Can you unmute? I think it's Christy Kayode, who happens to be the president of that very Obidient Family Cooperative Society in Chukun local government of Kaduna State. Can you tell us how the obedience are coming together in Chukun local government and whether they are registered with the state government officially? Okay, I think the two people from Kaduna State, maybe they're having mic issues. Now, let me get back to our people. We have Obode, our elder statesman. You had some comments and observations from the local governments from different states that were mentioned. I know there is much more people over here that wish to speak, but Elder Obode, I want to know what your thoughts on the obedience coming together, being registered with their state governments and trying to interact, doing business of mutual business at their local government level and then going to clusters at the world level, but especially as they are coming together as obedience to form a formidable business partnership. What are your thoughts on this, Elder Obode? Well, if Elder Obode is also not here, I don't know what is going on the days. Lord K, being in Diaspora, Lord K, please can you unmute and tell us your thoughts, the same question that I've just asked on Elder Obode, which has to do with the obedience coming together, registering with their state governments and coming together to do business of mutual benefit. What are your thoughts? You think it's a good thing coming right now as a succor on welfare for the obedience at the grassroots level?
Thank you very much for the opportunity again. I really believe that this opportunity of registering as cooperative, the obedience, actually registering as a cooperative, is the best idea to actually come out of anything to do with the Obidient family. One, the fact that, yes, we are now being recognized as an entity with the local government and even with the federal government now, that gives us a voice to actually stand up at any point in time to demand or to question anything that we're seeing going wrong. It gives us the opportunity to stay as a union, to hold the point up that, yes, we will not want to engage in anything that is not proportionate to the diverse human rights of each of our local governments anymore. Individually, as a community, or as a state. All that must stop right now. And with the power we have now, registering as a cooperative, that is something that, I mean, everybody should be striving for. Everybody should be holding on to. Because at the beginning, I think there was one slogan at then that there was never a chance that people can come together and do something of any effect to themselves. But right now, we are seeing that is all changing. People are becoming more aware. They are understanding their different rights. They are understanding their individual rights now. They know what they can afford to do and what they should not be doing. So, please, let's continue with this idea of the cooperative, because it's something that everybody will have to deal with at the end of the day. Everybody will have to deal with it. No matter where you are dealing, you are coming from or going, you have to start from somewhere. There has to be a grassroots. There has to be a base. There has to be a base of whatever we're dealing with.
All right, thank you very much. We have the likes of Mazi Kali, also based in the US, please, who has joined us. Mazi Kali, let's get your thoughts on the engagement of Obidient at the grassroots level. It's a very good thing coming at this very time, especially their registrations and identifying themselves with the state government, no longer hiding and all of that. I believe that is a welcome development from different states across the federation. So, Mazi Kali, what are your thoughts on what you've had so far coming out from Cross River State local governments and coming out from Niger State local government? You think that this engagement of Obedience coming together is a good thing for them moving forward on the welfare of the welfare basis? What are your thoughts?
Thank you very much, Mr. Kanu, and I want to again welcome everybody in the forum. I think this is a very much welcome idea, and as I can say, this is the gateway to both political and economic emancipation. It couldn't have come at a better time. And I attended this meeting today beside my very, very tight schedule, just to sit and listen, and then to see exactly how I can prop up with possible solutions to some existing problems. So, for instance, when we go to Niger, they have pointed out about the idea of insecurity and limited resources to pull farmers together. I can work with them. Miss Mary Okun, if I'm not mistaken, from Yala, local government area, I'm excited with the progress you are making. And if you need my guidance, I think I will be willing to provide that. So as we see, with regards to the security, for instance, simple, we get a drone, a surveillance drone. I'll work with Lord K. We can get a couple of surveillance drones because, like I said, the problem in Nigeria, government is not the solution, it's part of the problem. And if we're going to be waiting for government to actually address this issue, you'll be far-fetched. So we have to be innovative. So I'll be working with Lord K to see how we can go ahead and acquire some drones. And those drones, we're going to train people to actually do the surveillance so that, we can protect our farmers and give them some degree of security. Because this is an area that the government has woefully completely, failed. They don't like it. No, they failed because they don't have any interest in it. So it's simple, I don't want to go into the detail as to why, but that is it. So I feel very excited, and it's long overdue, and this is an opportunity which its time has come. And again, I want to commend everybody who has taken this time.
I can see the excitement in your voice.
Yes,
I can see the excitement. And also, let us not forget while we are dealing with the drones to look out for the farmland to tell them that the place is safe for them to farm. But it's also a need for us to hear from them directly, as they mentioned the issue of getting seedlings for farmers, so that while we work towards the security, we also provide the necessary things that the Obedience need to keep their farm growing. Because when they do that, that is really where the business is for them. Asking them to come together, engage at the local government level and getting registered with the state government is actually to make sure that they are identified by the government, and they should also get the needed support and seedlings to make sure that the farmlands are actually put at work. Now, thank you very much, Mazi Kali. I believe we'll be interacting more on this. Let's get back to the people who are in the house from Cross River State, a local government, a lot of people from local government in Cross River State. But again, let's not forget that there is Delta State. We have Obiageri Okwose, who is, I think, from Oshimili North. Can you please unmute and tell us how the Obedients are engaging themselves in business of mutual benefit for their welfare in Oshimili North local government of Delta State? Obiageli Okosa, you have the mic.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody.
Afternoon. Please tell me how the Obedients are coming together at the local government stage and trying to engage themselves in business of mutual benefits, and also the likelihood of getting much more Obedients to come together.
Yeah, we are trying to organize ourselves, and we've registered our group, and we are now in Fidelity Bank as we're trying to open our account. We've been there on Monday to open the account, and I went there yesterday to go and find out. The lady that's supposed to give us our account number was not on seat. And we are organizing ourselves. This is the farming season in our local government. So we are organizing, mostly all of us are farmers and traders. So we are sensitizing ourselves, going around to tell people about the Obidient cooperative.
Okay, thank you very much. As you continue to do the needful, we will be reaching out to you the next time we'll be doing this on a constant basis to update the Obedients on what is happening at the local government level, which are the grassroots, and also at different walls, as Obedients are coming together, notwithstanding obstacles on their way. We have one Wisdom Okon. Wisdom, can you please unmute and tell us where you are joining us from, and then let's take it off from there. Are you an executive in the local government? Please unmute and tell us where you joined us from. Wisdom, I can't hear you. I can see somebody's hands is up on the screen. Can we identify who that is, Dr. K? And we can take it off from there. If Wisdom is set, you guys should let me know. Wisdom, if you're set, can you unmute and talk to us, please? Where are you joining us from? I think, Lord K, can you please check whose hands is up there, because our time is really giving us signal and signal.
Yes,
Okay,
I'm the one.
Please, can you identify, can you tell us where you are joining us from?
Yeah, it's me, Ako Christian from Niger State.
Okay, Ako Christian.
Yes, the other time
Okay.
I was on, and I don't know if I have other questions to answer.
The question is about the mobilization of Obedients across those local governments. we need to ramp up the mobilization of obedience across the local government, and for them to also come into the WhatsApp groups or different groups that were created for the states, and so that we know their numbers and know what kind of trade they're into, and also whether the ones that are already registered with the state government, whether they have open bank accounts for them to start doing business.
Okay. Like I said earlier, 4 have been registered with the state government, so remaining 21 LGA out of the 20. And we are believing God for more funds to be able to carry out, to complete the remaining LGA registration. So in terms of trade, of course, majority of them are farmers and business, culture, some animal husbandry. These are various areas of trade that they are into. That is those in the metropolis, like the Mina, for instance, Suleja, they are into commerce. They into buy and sell items. So it's very critical at this stage because the economy has been so difficult for so many people. And this is the farming season for the states because the rain has already started.
Okay, can you give us like how many members of each of these local government cooperative societies? How many members are per local government that you have in Niger State so far?
Yes,
an approximate.
Yes, in each of the LGA, we already have over 20 members per LGA, except for like 3 LGAs that even during the but all we need is the effect of the the more the effect boomerang, we are definitely going to rake in a good number of followers, because of course everybody is affected in the country and they are already looking for the next available tent they could run to. And the cooperative is a very wonderful idea that will help to ameliorate the suffering of the farmers and the local people who are affected from diverse aspects of the economy.
Okay, all right, thank you, Christian Ako. I think what I want to advise is for this number of local government 16 that you say that is already having the structure of 20 persons at a minimum, I will advise if we can be able to task each member of these local governments to at least do 10 persons to bring in 10 more obedience to the fold, so that they will actually expand in each of these local governments. So we know that we have much more people in different local governments who are actually having different things and actually contributing to the cooperatives, so that as they raise up their proposal on what support they need, whether it's coming in form of a grant or intervention from the federal or state government, so that we can voice out and use this very same medium to promote the fact that they need to get the benefits of what is coming to all the people in Niger State. So if it's possible, yes, please push for more members to join.
It's possible, but the challenge that we have, of course, you understand with the people we are dealing with. Majority of them are using this button phone. They don't have Android phone. In short, over 80% of the people in the LGA that we are working with afford data, or they cannot manipulate the Zoom setting and all that is needed to be part of WhatsApp group. So those are just the major challenge.
Okay, but today we did open a phone line and we are expecting people to actually call the lines in the case they are not able to join. But we'll do that again tomorrow and the next as the case might be. So we try to bring up this very phone number that we are going to project, and then make sure as we are projecting it that people can actually call in and tell us which local government they are in and the Obidient Family Cooperative Society that they belong in. So we'll be doing this from time to time. So this is for everybody. So gentlemen and ladies, thank you very much for coming on. Now at this very point, due to the time has gone, we'll simply watch and hear what PO has to say about going to his visit to the Labour Party office headquarters in Abuja. So much reaction, so much contemplation, but we needed to hear from His Excellency P2B, which we spoke earlier on before we entered into the segment of the Obidient Family Cooperative Society. Let's take a listen to what His Excellency P2B has to say as he visits there, as also we bid this a goodbye from this very program. Until tomorrow again, when you come your way again. Thank you, everybody. Bye for now.
Let me acknowledge the presence of our own president, the president of the National the president that will wipe the tears of Nigerians to our gathering today. Let me acknowledge the president of our House of Rep member representing Ahmed Buhari Federal constituency. Let me acknowledge the presence of the National Working Committee members, the State Working Committee, the Working Committee of the FCT, the Area Council Executive of the Party of the FCT. I also want to acknowledge the aspirants and aspirants from the state area councils. I want to acknowledge your presence this afternoon for being here today. I must say very clearly that I'm very, very elated and happy with this solidarity visit today. Words are not enough to convey the appreciation of the National Working Committee to all of you who have put this program together. And I can see that the hand of God is in this program. Yes, yes, yes. We didn't know that the presidential candidate will be here today. No, thank you. I actually had a meeting, one-on-one meeting with him for 12 noon or 1 p.m. And this program was initially for 12. By 12 o'clock, we were not ready for the program. And by 1, he started calling me that he was ready to meet with him. I was forced to tell him that the FCT chapter was paying a solidarity visit. And in his usual way, he said he was coming. And so he is here today. He's also a testimony. It's a testimony. It's a testimony to his humility, his steadfastness, and his support for the country. When he is quiet, a lot of people misinterpret his quietness for who he is. But I will leave that for another day. So I appreciate him for coming today, and I appreciate the FCT executive. Let me say this very clearly.
God bless you.
Whatever I do, I dedicate myself and my life to whatever I do. So people have called me a Cuovenist. Cuovenist is somebody, when you believe in a cause, you are dedicated to that cause and you are there for that cause. It may shock you to note that some of us, I particularly, have been in this party for 22 years.
They don't know. They don't know. Tell them.
I have remained committed
They don't know.
to the party over the years. The integrity of the party, the growth and development of the party, we have passionately guided it and protected it.
For years.
The dignity of this party, 15 years. We have protected it, we have defended it. A lot of you too will note that the 2023 general presidential election and the general election, we deployed everything we have into that election. All the sacrifices we deployed into that election. In fact, without sounding immodest, I joined PO here to attend 36 state rallies. 36, including FCT. The only rally I missed was the rally of Enugu State. And it was as a result of unusual circumstances that I didn't attend that rally. All other rallies in the suburb, and Unewi, the one we had in Kagoro, off the capital city, I joined the presidential candidates to attend those rallies. When it was to go to Sambisa Forest, so people were afraid to attend that rally. People called me and said, Chairman, will you follow me? I said, if you will go, I go.
3 more shots for the national chairman.
I said, if anything happens, we give glory to God. I'm happy that that election we won it. What we did before, we are ready to do it again.
Yes, sir.
A new Nigeria is possible. A new Nigeria is here. A Nigeria that works for the people.
It's possible.
Nigeria that is interested in the welfare of the people.
It's possible.
It's possible. I am sure that we can achieve it. Labour Party will track that process to achieve it.
Yes.
We will team up with all right-thinking Nigerians. Nigerians who believe in the vision of new Nigeria. Wherever they are, we are dedicating and bring them to the party.
Yes, sir.
So that we can collectively work in the interest of the country, reposition it for greatness and for effective service delivery to the people. Yes, sir. I want to say this clearly. The convention has come and gone.
Not going back.
All those who are still angry with us should team up with us.
Yes, sir.
We want to appeal to all our sundry who may have one grievances or the other to team up with us to build the party for a new Nigeria that we have in vision. I believe very strongly that personal interests should be put aside.
Absolutely.
So that we can think together and envision and pursue the new Nigeria that we envisage, which we believe is very, very possible.
It's possible. It's possible.
So I do not want to take so long because I know that we are all under the sun. I want to appreciate you for this solidarity message and assure you that I will continue to work for the party passionately. I will dedicate my life to the interest of the party and defend the cause of the party. We must continue to defend the supremacy of this party, and I want to assure you that victory is sure. Victory is sure.
Like the chairman, first is that I thank all of you who are here for this visit. Thank the Almighty God for bringing you safely, and I'm sure He will take you back safely from wherever it is. Like the chairman has said, I had a private meeting with him for a particular time, 1 o'clock. And I arrived Lagos for that meeting. And I said, Chairman is one. He said that the people of Abuja, Labour Party, is in the office. And I said to him, okay, let me also come and greet them. Yes, so my own is greeting. I'm sure we will, and I've heard what you've said about the issues of the upcoming area council election. What you've said about our party and everything, and I thank you for all your comments. And I assure you that we will be there with you. We'll be there with you. We'll do whatever is possible. We'll make sure that everything is done properly and everything. If you listen to the chairman talk about the party, about those who are grievance, about everything, all we want is reconcile in order for us to be one family. And I assure you, I'm doing whatever I can in my own position, and I'm sure every one of you are doing the same thing. But I always say to people, elections have come and gone. We're not talking about how Nigerians will eat. That is the most critical thing for me now. We want to talk about food. We want to talk about caring for the people. We want to talk about security of the people. We want to talk about their education. So if you follow me every day, you see that I'm going around talking about education, talking about health, talking about poverty, talking about water. That's what I do now, every day. And that is important to me until the next election. When the next election comes, we'll talk about the election. But for now, let's talk about how we're going to survive till then. It is important because we politicians always focus on election. No, I disagree with that. Let's focus on the human being. When they survive, then we can talk about next election. Consistency. So let's remain prayerful. Let's be prayerful for Nigeria. Let's be prayerful for Nigeria. If Nigeria is working, Labour Party will work. If Nigeria fails, there won't be Labour Party. There won't be any other party. So let's focus on Nigeria and see that Nigeria works. And I urge all of you, remain prayerful for our country, always do the right thing, but most importantly, let us together. We have no other country except this one. Absolutely. And we must stay together to make it work. Labour Party!